Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Breeders' Cup Challenge Win and You're In Series, Claiborne Farm, Darby Dan Farm, EmpireCityBets.com, Endeavor Farm, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Jerry Parks Insurance Group, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Quillen Leather and Tack, Spendthrift Farm, Thoroughbred Owner Conference, and WINSTAR Farm. Hello everyone, Carl Nathe filling in for John Henderson on this edition of Thoroughbred Week, featuring impressive victories by champions in the Grade 1 Pacific Classic at Del Mar and the Grade 1 Alabama Stakes at Saratoga. We begin with turf sprinters at Woodbine in the Grade 2 Play the King Stakes. Conquest Enforcer, the 8-5 favorite, Robert Geller picks up the call.
Conquest Enforcer and Mise Flatter. They are clear of the opposition by 2. Glenville Gardens called on, now running home well on the outside, and about 2 to Passion for Action. Well back here, Tower of Texas and Dimension. They come for the home stretch in the Play the King. First for the lane, Conquest Enforcer. Up on the outside is Glenville Gardens, and down the center, Passion for Action. Tower of Texas and Dimension are well back. It's Conquest Enforcer under attack from Glenville Gardens, Passion for Action, and now Alan Garcia says go. And Tower of Texas is right out wide. Glenville Gardens got the lead, and Glenville Gardens and Conquest Enforcer the top 2. Tower of Texas so very late. Glenville Gardens has won.
12-1, Glenville Gardens takes it by half a length over Tower of Texas. Favored Conquest Enforcer fades to third. Gary Boulanger up in 120-4. A stakes winner over the main track at 2. Glenville Gardens makes it 3 consecutive victories over the Woodbine turf. The 4-year-old gelding by Street Cry was bred in Kentucky by Eugene Melnick and was claimed from his breeder for $40,000 last fall. Glenville Gardens has earned $350,000. Canadian Hall of Famer Sid Attard trains the winner for his wife, Janice. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. To Saratoga for 2-year-old fillies in the delayed running of the Grade 2 Adirondack Stakes. Libby's Tale, the 3-2 favorite. Larry Colmus picks up the call.
Libby's Tail is moving now with a 3-wide burst near the front runners, and Libby's Tail is closing strongly on the far outside. The half was 45 seconds flat. They are coming to the top of the stretch. Nona Mella turning for home in front. Libby's Tail went wide. Silver Tony cuts the corner. Olive Branch is behind them, running in fourth. A furlong to run. Nona Mella still going strong with a furlong to go. And then it's Silver Tony, Libby's Tail, Olive Branch on the inside, and ever so clever, but they're not going to get Nona Mella. Nona Mella in the Adirondack pulling away by about 6 in the end.
Nona Mella draws off to defeat Silver Tony by 6 lengths. Olive Branch third for a sweep by Keeneland Sales Graduates. Javier Castellano up in 116-4. The Todd Pletcher trainee was coming off a 7 1/4 length maiden victory at Monmouth Park. The filly by Arch was bred in Kentucky by WINSTAR Farm and was a $310,000 Keeneland September yearling. Nona Mella has earned $144,000 for St. Elias Stable. More racing coming up, but first, here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series.
The best seek fame and fortune. The best is elegance at 120 decibels. The best run all day and party all night. The best are speed, power, and grace. The Breeders' Cup, with 13 championship races and $28 million in purses and awards, the best is yet to come.
And Go Zepper is pulling away. Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Zepper again has won. Go Zepper kicking
Judy the Beauty. And now a Florida Thoroughbred history moment. In 1956, a small, feisty horse from Florida named Needles and his owners Jack Dudley and Bonnie Heath shocked the racing world, winning the Kentucky Derby. Needles proved that champions with modest pedigrees could be grown in the Sunshine State, thanks to the limestone-rich soil and spring water. His wild acclaim created the horse capital of the world that we know today. This has been a Florida Thoroughbred History Moment.
Quillen has been providing quality leather goods worldwide since 1982. Our custom halters are handmade in the nation's largest halter shop right here in Paris, Kentucky. From checkbook covers, wallets, and a variety of gift items, or one of our famous handcrafted halter plate belts or work belt, all are hand finished in our leather shop. And for over 30 years, not a lot has changed in the way we do business and the quality of service and products you'll get at Quillen. Quillen Leather and Tack, South Main Street in Paris, or online at quillen.com.
Don't miss your opportunity to attend the next Thoroughbred Owner Conference being held at Santa Anita Park, October 31st through November 3rd, the same week of the 2016 Breeders' Cup Championships. Enjoy a great lineup of speakers and topics, plus be part of the close position draw for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Your conference registration also includes reserved grandstand seating for both days of the Breeders' Cup. The Thoroughbred Owner Conference, October 31st through November 3rd at Santa Anita. Register now at ownerview.com.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Fourstardave Handicap. Coming up in this segment, we begin with turf horses in the Grade 2 Del Mar Handicap. Ashley Loves Sugar, the 5-2 favorite. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
Ashley Loves Sugar opened up on them out here. Ashley Loves Sugar has gone clear by 6 lengths. In the second spot is Al Herfano. 4 back to Wanstead Gardens, Texas Rhino on the far side. Then comes Patton Tar down at the rail, Power Foot. On the far side, Express himself. Finnegan's Wake between runners, got to be a good 14 off that leader. Now here comes Flamboyant starting to move in stylishly. And Flamboyant in the black cap is on the move. In behind that comes Belisarius. Then it's Quick Casablanca and Metabos. Into the turn they go, and Ashley Loves Sugar coming back to the field now. It's Al Hufano in the second spot. Down at the rail, Power Foot is in there. Flamboyant, Black Cat, Texas Rhinos in with a shot too. They're at the top of the lane. Ashley Loves Sugar desperate to hold on. Power Foot running a big one. Wanstead Gardens, Texas Rhino, Finnegan's Wake. Late run now on the inside from Power Foot. Coming for home, and it's still Ashley Loves Sugar. Ashley Loves Sugar. Here's Metabos like a rocket, but too late. Ashley Loves Sugar going to win it. Close in the end.
Ashley Loves Sugar holds off Metabos by a nose while conceding 6 pounds to the runner-up. Gary Stevens aboard in 2:16 flat. A 2-time graded stakes winner at Santa Anita last season, the Peter Urton trainee was coming off a runner-up finish in the Grade 2 Eddie Reed Stakes. A California-bred 5-year-old gelding by Game Plan, Ashley Loves Sugar has earned $727,000 for Sharon Alicia, Brand Jam Stables, and Ciaglia Racing. For all your insurance needs, a specialist at Jerry Parks Insurance Group is there to assist you with 40 years of exceptional coverage. Look for Jerry Parks, John Cassie, or Kelly Weeks at upcoming sales. Next, the Grade 2 Del Mar Mile on turf. Midnight Storm, the 1-5 favorite. Once again, here is Trevor Denman.
They have a half mile to go now, and Midnight Storm leads 3 parts of a length to Ambitious Brew. is still right there in the third spot. Ohio's right in contention, fourth. 2.5 covers those 4, and then another 2.5 back to Little Curlin. They are coming to the top of the lane, and Midnight Storm not been asked to go yet. Ambitious Brews now moving up to challenge. is in third. Ohio still in with a shot on the far side. Heads a turn for home now, and Midnight Storm goes for home. Now has room if he's good enough, and now comes to take on Midnight Storm. Midnight Storm, is closing at him on the outside. Midnight Storm digs deep, he finds more. Stretching him every yard of the way. Midnight Storm holding on. Midnight Storm to beat Midnight Storm won it.
Odds-on favorite Midnight Storm by WINSTAR Farm Stallion, Pioneer of the Nile, the front-running winner by half a length over for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Rafael Bejarano aboard in 1:33.4. The third consecutive graded stakes victory for Midnight Storm, who defeated Tourist in the Grade 1 Shoemaker Mile and beat Ashley Loves Sugar in the Grade 2 Eddie Reed Stakes. The 5-year-old horse was bred in Kentucky by Alex Veneri and Marjorie Post Dye. This victory puts Midnight Storm over the $1 million mark in career earnings. Phil D'Amato trains the winner for Veneri Racing and Little Red Feather Racing. Midnight Storm paid $260 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. To Saratoga for the Grade 1 4-Star-Dave Handicap. Ring weekend at 5-2, a slight favorite over Tourist. Larry Colmus has the call.
King Crisa and Gerard Ortiz Jr., who have the lead up the backstretch. And Tourist is rated just off of King Crisa by Joel Rosario, a length and a half off the lead up the backstretch. And the half mile goes in a soft 48 and 2/5 seconds. Grand Arch is running in third, 2.5 lengths off the lead, racing for the far turn. Then Ring Weekend, Force the Pass, and a lot. King Crisa and Tourist are going to turn up the heat now. Tourist makes a move for the lead, and Tourist takes over on the far turn. Bobbled just a bit there. Tourist on the outside, the leader though. King Crisa cuts the corner and tries to battle back in second. Grand Arch is 2.5 lengths behind them. Then Force the Pass and a lot. It is Tourist in front with 1 furlong to go. Tourist a 2.5 length lead here. And then comes Grand Arch on the outside, a lot closing between horses. And King Crisa, Tourist, and a lot. And Tourist does it in the 4-Star Dave.
Tourist by WINSTAR Farm Stallion Tisnow, and Bred in Kentucky by WINSTAR Farm holds off a lot by a length and a quarter. Joel Rosario aboard in 1:34.1. Runner-up in the Grade 1 Secretariat Stakes at 3 and third in the Grade 1 Shadwell Turf Mile last season. Tourist was last seen finishing second in the Grade 1 Shoemaker Mile. The 5-year-old horse is a half-brother to Harlan's Harmony, who captured the Skidmore Stakes at Saratoga last Friday. The third winner of the race for Bill Mott. Tourist has earned $970,000 for WINSTAR Farm, Wachtell Stable, and Gary Barber. Spendthrift Farm Stallion Into Mischief, already sire of 10 winners from his biggest and best 2-year-old crop to date, including Colt's Practical Joke and One-Liner at Saratoga, and Colt Kentucky Colonel and 2-year-old filly Miss Sunset at Del Mar.
And here's the wire. It's Palace. And they're coming down to the finish, and it will be Palace. Palace is pouring it on, and Palace dazzles here.
Endeavor Farm is located just outside of Midway on the Old Frankfort Pike. We will board horses for a number of different clients throughout the United States and Canada. We will focus on breeding mares. We also will be doing sales prep, either for the yearling sales here in Kentucky or for the breeding stock sales also here in the fall and in the early winter. We have our hands on every horse here every day. Endeavor Farm prides itself on being able to give individual care to every animal here.
Claiborne Farm is proud to offer the regally bred Orb. The son of Malibu Moon compiled a 5-race winning streak that included the Fountain of Youth and Florida Derby. In the Kentucky Derby, he defeated rivals Will Take Charge, Oxbow, Golden Sense, and Palace Malice. Now the Millionaire Racehorse is garnering big checks for breeders as the leading first crop covering sire and leading first crop weanling sire of his class. Now is the time to book your mare to Orb at Claiborne Farm.
And they're off in New York, the premier statebred program in the United States. When you own a New York bred, your horse can run for more than $44 million in purses, restricted to registered New York breds. And the New York program pays awards to breeders, owners, and stallion owners when their New York breds finish first, second, or third at New York tracks. We have the quality. Day at the spa, all the way. You have the opportunity. New York breds, get with the program. The best program.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Alabama Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 3 Monmouth Oaks. Undefeated Tejana, the 8-5 favorite in her stakes debut. Larry Letterman has the call.
The road to the winner's circle is paved with purple and red. It's Tejana leading at 3/4 of a length. Prado sitting chilly, all out is Unbridled Mo, with Paco Lopez on the outside. A half length separates them as they come into the home stretch. It is Tajana now put to the test. Outside, Unbridled Mo still right there. Coming on the outside is Mo D'Amour. Last eighth of a mile. Tajana hanging on, all guts. Unbridled Mo, a tough customer coming back. Unbridled Mo and Tajana up and down in the yokes. Unbridled Mo got it by a neck.
2-1 second choice. Unbridled Mo gets up to defeat the favorite Tajana by a neck. Paco Lopez aboard in 1:44.1. Seventh on debut at Gulfstream Park in April, the Todd Pletcher trainee makes it 3 consecutive victories at Monmouth Park. The filly by Uncle Mo is bred in Kentucky by her owner, Red Oak Stable. Unbridled Mo has earned $103,000. Access Thoroughbred Week replays every Saturday on Thoroughbred Daily News at thetdn.com. To Saratoga for the Grade 2 Lake Placid Stakes. Catch a Glimpse, undefeated in all 8 starts on turf, the 3-5 favorite. Larry Kalmus picks up the call.
Undefeated on the turf here, Catch a Glimpse heads up the backstretch at Saratoga in the Lake Placid with a 3/4 length lead. Her half mile was 48 and 2/5 seconds. My Impression is a length back running in second. Time and Motion is third on the inside under John Velasquez, right behind Catch a Glimpse up the backstretch. And then it's Outsider Art. And they're followed by Diamond Fields, and still last is Elysia's World. Catch a Glimpse and Florent Giroux head into the far turn in front. 3/4 of a mile up in 1:12.3. Catch a Glimpse a length and a half to Time and Motion, who's about to take second. Now John Velasquez centering along and now moving up alongside of Catch a Glimpse as they come to the top of the stretch. Florent Giroux lets this filly roll now. Time and Motion trying to stick with her, and it's a long way back to Diamond Fields and Elysia's World. Catch a Glimpse trying to get another furlong and stay undefeated. Time and Motion's going to make her work very hard for it here. Time and Motion's got her. Time and Motion has upset Catch a Glimpse in the Lake Placid.
8-5 second choice. Time and Motion halts the winning streak of Catch a Glimpse by a neck. John Velasquez aboard in 1:48.1. Time and Motion turns the tables on her rival after finishing a close second to Catch a Glimpse in the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks. The James Toner trainee also owns a victory over Harmonize in the Wonder Again Stakes. The filly by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Phillips Racing Partnership. Time and Motion has earned $623,000. Darby Dan Farm stallion Tapiture, the 5-time graded stakes winning millionaire by leading sire Tappet. Tapiture was popular in his first year at stud, covering a full book of mares in 2016. Watch for Tapiture's first in foal mares selling this fall. Next, the Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks. Mocat, the 3-1 favorite. Trevor Denman with the call.
They head past the half-mile pole, and still Lady Velour in front by a length. Stays in Vegas, tracks from second. Mocat is right there in third. Barley Sugar in the red colours, 2.5 off the leader, then Lynn's Legacy. On the inside, Minds and Magic. Harmonized, Blue Cap, only 4.5 off the lead now. Tin-Type Gal on the far side and starting a late run, Decked Out, then Cheekaboo. They've turned it into a sprint for home now, and Lady Velour's hanging on. Stays in Vegas, breeze down her neck. Stays in Vegas, gets the lead. Barley Sugar, red cap. Mocat in the gold colours, and down the centre here comes Decked Out with a big run too. Homeward bound and stays in Vegas. Mocat, Decked Out, flying down the centre of the track. Stays in Vegas, hanging on. Mocat, here's Harmonized with a late run. Harmonized flying late. Desperate finish, I believe. Harmonized might have got up.
7-2 second choice. Harmonized takes the blanket finish by a head over Decked Out, who noses out Stays in Vegas for place. A sweep by Keeneland Sales Graduates. Junior Alvarado, the winning jockey in 1:48.3. Winner of the Grade 3 Jessamine Stakes at Keeneland last fall, and victorious in the Sanibel Island Handicap at Gulfstream Park in her 3-year-old debut. Harmonized was last seen finishing 5th in the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks. The filly by Scat Daddy was bred in Kentucky by Jack Swain III. The second Grade 1 Stakes winner of the day for Bill Mott, Harmonize, has earned $484,000 for Larkin Armstrong. The future Grade 1 winner was consigned by Brookdale Sales to the 2014 Keeneland September Yearling Sale, where the filly was purchased by Armstrong for $80,000. Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks winner Harmonize, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. To Saratoga for the Grade 1 Alabama Stakes. Undefeated champion Songbird, the 1-5 favorite. Once again, here is Larry Colmus.
They're off in the Alabama. Songbird had a very good start, and Go Maggie Go goes with her early on. These two out for the lead together, and Dark Nile is away running in third right behind them and tucking in about 2 lengths off the lead. And then it's Floridora to the outside, followed by Family Tree. Going for broke is next, and then late running Weep No More. So Go Maggie Go will give some early pressure to Songbird through that first quarter mile that is up in 23 3/5 seconds. These two will lead the way early on here. Go Maggie Go a half length in front. Mike Smith content to have Songbird right alongside of her, and now she's a neck behind as they make their way to the backstretch. And right behind them is a line of 3. Dark Nile on the inside, Family Tree between, Floridora to the outside of them, and it's a long way back to the others. Going for broken, Weep No More. The half was 47 3/5 seconds, and Songbird and Go Maggie Go are dead even in the Alabama as they head up the backstretch. Go Maggie Go ahead in front of the undefeated Songbird, who's right to her outside, and they're 3 lengths ahead of Family Tree as they continue toward the half-mile pole. Floridora has taken fourth on the outside. Dark Nile is under a ride. Up front, Songbird still going at it with Go Maggie Go. 3/4 win in 1:11 flat, so the pace picks up on the far turn. It is Songbird on the outside who has taken the lead now. And she starts to pull away, still well in control here. Mike Smith has not let her loose yet. She has put away Go Maggie Go. Family Tree is now moving on the outside, and they're into the stretch. And here she comes. Songbird's got a 4-length lead as they come into the final furlong. Mike Smith just shakes the reins at Songbird. Going for broke has made progress up into second inside of Family Tree, but they're 6 lengths behind Songbird at the 16th pole. It is Songbird, this magnificent filly, winning the Alabama. She is a perfect 10.
A perfect record for Songbird, who strolls home by 7 lengths over Going for Broke. Under regular pilot Mike Smith, Songbird completes the 1.25 miles in 2:03 flat. The champion 2-year-old filly last season, the Jerry Hollendorfer trainee, is 6 for 6 this year, including the Grade 1 Coaching Club American Oaks. 5 of her 10 victories have come against Grade 1 competition. The filly by Medaglia d'Oro was bred in Kentucky by John Antonelli. A $400,000 Saratoga yearling Songbird has earned $2,762,000 for Fox Hill Farms. Mike Smith with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Vans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Coming up, a battle of champions in the Pacific Classic.
The WINSTAR Farm Star Breeders of the Month are Alex Veneri and Marjorie Post-Dye. Alex and Marjorie are the breeders of Grade 1 winner Midnight Storm. The son of Pioneer of the Nile recently captured the Grade 1 Shoemaker Mile Stakes at Santa Anita.
Midnight Storm wins it this year.
He followed up that performance with an impressive victory in the Grade 2 Eddie Reed Stakes at Del Mar in his very next start.
Midnight Storm won the Eddie Reed.
Thank you, Alex and Marjorie. You make the dream possible.
Old Colony provides the best coverage with the best service at the best rates, insuring many of the finest farms and horses in the country at discounted rates for over 50 years. Let Old Colony provide insurance quotations from one of its nearly 20 different markets that will compete for your business. Old Colony Insurance, serving the horse industry with strength and stability at great rates for over 50 years. For more information, visit us online at oldcolonyinsurance.com.
Hey racing fans! With EmpireCityBets.com, you can now place wagers from the comfort of home on thoroughbred and harness tracks around the world. Empire City Bets is an advanced deposit wagering service that offers both internet and phone wagering. With EmpireCityBets.com, you get sign-up bonuses up to $300, weekly promotions, and daily rewards on most tracks, including an industry high of 8% on Yonkers races. You also enjoy live video and race replays, and with exclusive content from some of the best handicappers around, there's no other place you'll want to bet. Don't race to any other site, race to EmpireCityBets.com.
Grade 1 success starts with the Keeneland September Yearling Sale, including an impressive win by Keeneland September grad Harmonize in the Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks, and undefeated 2-year-old sensation Lady Aurelia in the Group 1 Prix Mornay at Deauville. With more Grade 1 wins than all other North American sales companies combined, the Keeneland September Yearling Sale is the gold standard. Learn more at september.keeneland.com.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Del Mar for the 26th running of the Grade 1 Pacific Classic. California Chrome, the even money favorite against 9 challengers, including defending champion Beholder. Here's the call by Trevor Denman.
There's the roar from the Del Mar crowd as they sent on their way in the TVG Pacific Classic. California Chrome bounced out the gate, and California Chrome sprinting away to lead them clear early. California Chrome's moved about 6 horses off the rail and has the lead. Beholder is in second, and Dortmund is right there third. Dalmore on the outside as fourth. Opportunities down at the rail, then Hard Aces. Imperative in the goal, 6 off them, and then back to Win the Space and War Story. Into the turn they go, and no turning back for Victor Espinosa now. He's all alone out on the front on California Chrome. California Chrome nice and relaxed though, just tugging away, leads it by just over 2. Beholder a very comfortable second, and Dortmund on the far side. Opportunity scrapes paint, and Delmore's right there in 5th. Only 3 lengths covers them all now. Then Win the Space, Hard Aces at the rail, Imperative between them, and War Story is last. They've just run past the 5/8 pole, and Victor Espinosa's letting California Chrome stride, and California Chrome strides on now. He leads by 3 big lengths. Beholder is tracking from second. Dortmund on the far side having to be asked to keep up a little now. Then Opportunity, Dalmore behind that. They've been followed by Hard Aces at the rail. In behind that comes Win the Space, Imperative, and last of all, War Story. Now comes the test as they come to the top of the lane. California Chrome. Victor Espinosa took a confident look back. California Chrome is strong on the lead. Beholder is set down now by Gary Stevens. Dortmund on the outside, and Opportunity homeward bound. And California Chrome is threatening to turn this one into a romp. Victor Espinosa hasn't even thought about the sticks. One of the greatest performances you'll ever see. California Chrome in a canter.
California Chrome takes the Battle of Champions by 5 lengths over Beholder. Victor Espinosa up in 2 minutes flat. The 2014 Horse of the Year, after capturing the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, California Chrome was winless in his only 2 starts last season. But the Art Sherman trainee has come back in peak form this year with 5 wins in 5 starts, including the Dubai World Cup. The 5-year-old horse by Lucky Pulpit is the 7th California-bred winner of the Pacific Classic. The richest runner in North American racing history, California Chrome has surpassed $13 million in career earnings. The Pacific Classic champion races for California Chrome LLC. A big weekend of racing at Saratoga with 5 Grade 1 stakes, including 3-year-olds in the Travers Stakes and turf horses in the Sword Dancer Stakes. We'll see you next week here on Thoroughbred Week. Thoroughbred Week has been presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Breeders' Cup Challenge Win in Your In Series, Claiborne Farm, Darby Dan Farm, EmpireCityBets.com, Endeavor Farm, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Jerry Parks Insurance Group, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Quillen Leather and Tack, Spendthrift Farm, Thoroughbred Owner Conference, and WINSTAR Farm. Online at tbredweek.com.